You're listening to WOLF, Wolf Radio, broadcast at the University of West Georgia in Carrollton. For students, by students.
Team 1. Written.
Is everybody ready to play?
Yade.
Okay, so who wants to beat this boss for me?
Riley.
It's time to give the people what they came for.
Fight.
Dude, when you hit that high with that secret level on Let's Babysit Chrissy on Barbie.com, chef's kiss.
Look, the story can be amazing, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna like the game, okay?
And then I told them I come in two fronts. I'm either playing video games comfy cozy in my bed, or I'm getting banned on PC lobbies and having 12-year-olds swear at me.
KO. The Gaming Wolf wins.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Gaming Wolf. Actually, welcome to the show. I don't know why. You might be a first-time viewer. You know, we always get new people coming in. But welcome to the Gaming Wolf, folks. I am your host for this episode, Riley. I'm super excited because we're talking about one of my favorite things, business, finance, but in the context of the gaming world. We are super excited to have you here. But we are also extremely excited to have our special guest for this episode, Ayana.
Hello.
For those who may not know, Ayana used to be here at Wolf Radio and was a graduate assistant for a little bit. So you obviously know the business here at Wolf Radio, but you are also extremely invested in the business of gaming, from what I understand.
I am. I even invested $1,200 in a PC, as well as about $200 in other equipment and stuff, so that I could play games as efficiently as possible. So I love playing games. I love discovering new games and everything, and I'm just so excited to be here and talk about games.
Yes, and we're super excited to have you because, of course, we have some amazing friends with us here. The Gaming Wolf regulars, we have Yade.
What's going on, everybody?
And, of course, the lovely Britain.
Hi.
And we're going to break down the business of gaming with all of you right after a quick little break. Hello, welcome back everybody to the Gaming Wolf. And just as a quick reminder to you folks, Wolf Radio and Wolf Sports Network are proud to help reduce the 21% of adults with low literacy skills. We are collecting new and gently used books for every UWG pre-K student monthly. Give today by visiting thewolfuwg.com/bookdrive. That's thewolfuwg.com/bookdrive. And speaking of our book drive, we are, it's just a good thing to do. Please do the book drive. I'm begging you.
Have you driven the book drive that drives the book for the pre-Ks?
For the pre-Ks,
For the
please.
pre-Ks?
Literacy is down. I had so much trouble reading that. But we have welcome back to the Gaming Wolf. We are talking business in video games, and this is especially exciting because there has been a lot of major shakeups early in 2026 this year between different companies like EA, Xbox, and so I'm just gonna throw it out to the floor over here to all my people. What has gotten you the most in terms of recent changes in business for games?
I think we should let. I'll sacrifice my talkie, which I happen to do so often, to our guest of the evening.
I think the two instances that really kind of woke me up about new investments in gaming recently has probably been EA, because I've been playing The Sims 4 long before it costed $5. And I've invested a lot of time. I've invested a lot of money in that company. And, I think the gaming industry has gotten a lot greedier than it already was. We're all familiar with how Call of Duty is a part of Activision and how greedy they are with a lot of their games. And with Sony's introduction to PlayStation Plus and playing online, and you need that subscription to be able to play with everyone else in multiplayer systems and stuff like that. Xbox followed suit, and then with Nintendo and their seemingly inability to put any of their games on a real sale, there's no reason why I have to pay full price for a Pokemon game that came out on the Game Boy Color. That's insane. And I didn't think it could get worse. I was like, well, these gaming companies are pretty greedy already. There's no way. And then EA announced that they were going to have a marketplace on The Sims 4, which, for those of you who don't know, you can mod The Sims 4 on PC, and you can download a bunch of free custom content, mods and stuff like that. But recently, EA has implemented a marketplace for mod creators to buy their custom content and their mods for the game. And a lot of people are extremely upset about this because they've been offering script mods and custom content for free across a lot of different platforms for a really long time. And I just think they've entered a new wave of greed, and it's concerning me a little bit.
Yeah.
To follow up, do you think that the Sims 4 marketplace is at all linked to EA recently being bought out by private equity?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay.
I really do, because EA has never been a company to shark for money that bad. They've had money for a long time.
I think EA has tried over the years. I was in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 trenches a while ago. That was 2017 when they initially loot boxes became a really controversial thing because of that game. And I think that EA has always been pushing to do something super, money hungry like that, but there's been a lot of blowback every time. I'm curious if this is another step in that, where they tried to monetize The Sims further and everyone's pushing back. I heard earlier that apparently a lot of Sims 4 content creators are pulling away from the game, saying they're not going to play it for their channels or anything. And I find that super commendable, and 2, good. Because that's what happened with Battlefront 2.
Yep.
The loot boxes were atrocious. It was completely out of line. Everyone stopped playing the game because of it, and now they don't do that anymore, at least for the time being.
I think it's really respectable when content creators like specifically do stuff like that, because it sort of pushes onto their audience the idea of not just settling for something that they've been able to experience for free or for a specific price for a really long time. And I feel like if that was done in more aspects of business and gaming, we probably would see, I'm not saying like greed would disappear overnight, but there's probably something that would be done differently than what's being done now, for sure.
Yeah, it's concerning in a lot of ways, especially in conjunction with AI. Recently, if you don't know, recently the head of Xbox and the president of Xbox both stepped down basically at the same time, probably like a day apart.
Wow.
And the new head of Xbox, the previous one was Phil Spencer, and that guy loves games. He himself has said he is like 1,000 hours on Destiny 2 while he was being the head of Xbox. And now he's departed, the president departed, and Phil Spencer has been replaced with someone who honestly says in her first press conference she doesn't play games.
Oh, put it down. Ooh, girl, put it down.
And
nope.
I'm noticing that a lot of these companies that have already been pretty money hungry in the past are being taken over by people who don't care about the games that are being made. They don't care about the accessibility. They don't care about whether people would actually even enjoy them, which is why AI is running so rampant in a lot of games. Crimson Desert is a new game that a lot of people are super excited for and have been playing a lot. I've been seeing a lot of it on my YouTube recommended, and it's like full of AI. And you remember that like Sims 4 dupe Enzoy? That's a fully AI game.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. And it's really upsetting because you implement AI into all these games. It's making the experience terrible. People don't want to be creative with it anymore. And then now you're raising the prices of games. You're raising the prices of consoles. You're raising the prices of microtransactions when I'm already paying $70, $80 for a brand new game. That's ridiculous.
And I think the AI is what Xbox wants to lean into. Asha Shana is her name, the new head of Xbox. And again, she doesn't play games, but she is pulled from Microsoft's AI division and has expressed wanting to, quote unquote, create tools for developers, which seems pretty, code for AI tools. And
I would
games
call that a misnomer for sure.
Certainly a misnomer, but we can listen to better things like gaming music.
I'm really not trying to traumatize anybody. This is a little goofy. Alright, now this is more my style, but there's no wrong way to enjoy the soundtrack of gaming.
So, folks, obviously not a certain game we're talking about or type of game. So we're just talking general game music. Ayana, do you have a favorite soundtrack or song in gaming, anything like that?
Let them know.
Actually, I do. So, in recent time, I have completed the Kingdom Hearts storyline, all the way from Kingdom Hearts 1 through Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance, and then I played through almost everything. Some stuff I watched, some stuff I didn't. But the music in those games are so beautiful. The scores, like the themes. I especially love Xehanort's theme. I just like oh my God, they were cooking in that studio. They were doing something like heavenly. And I don't expect anything less from Square Enix because, you know, you've heard Final Fantasy music.
Yeah.
But oh my God, like it's so beautiful and it just ties everything together. I love those games so much.
I think I've had several occasions in which I turn on my PlayStation to play a game, just kind of hover over Kingdom Hearts 1. The theme starts playing, and I'm like, I've decided I'm going to do something with my life today. I leave it playing. Suddenly, 5 minutes later, my room is clean. It's magic, people.
It's so beautiful.
They are cooking in there. Ayana was not kidding.
It is magical. I've only played the first 2 games, but I love. For those people who don't know, Kingdom Hearts is a Disney crossover with Square Enix's own IP, and the Disney remixes or the Disney-ified soundtrack for each world is honestly shockingly accurate to each movie that or show, whatever it is that they're adapting to. I love the Pirates world in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
yeah.
yes.
That Pirates of the Caribbean vibe is so spot on. It is
So
just
good.
like the movie soundtrack.
Yeah. I think it's also one of those games where the music really resounds the story as like this sort of they complete each other really. Like you can't have one without the other. And I really enjoy games like that because without the score and the soundtrack that Kingdom Hearts has, it would probably be really easy to sort of misinterpret like the theme of the game.
Stuff,
Yeah. Like especially just sort of how the characters interact because I've never seen such genuine care between a cast of characters before in my life, and it's just underscored so heavily by the beautiful like melodic instrumentations of literally every world and every interaction. Just it's a perfect balance. Love it.
It is that balance, and I think this is what makes Kingdom Hearts as a story very fun to play through, is that just like the story and the music has that balance of epicness but still that friend forward kind of messaging of look at our little family we've made together. It's very Disney in that way, but they retain the epicness that Square Enix has with their other games like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. So I absolutely agree. I just love the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. I've listened to the Dream Drop Distance soundtrack, and I haven't even played that game.
Oh, you would love that game if you love the soundtrack.
You know
It's
who's
so
next
beautiful.
on the Kingdom Hearts hype train?
Britain.
For those of you that can't see us, I am pointing at Britain because I personally think Britain would quite enjoy the music in Kingdom Hearts.
You
Probably.
would.
We're gonna find out.
It's good studying music. I know you love the Spiritfarer soundtrack because it has that, floatiness and what's the word I'm looking for? That just chill nature about it. And I think a lot of the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack has that same low-key vibe with some big bombastic songs mixed in for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But just, like cut around it. Make the playlist different.
Don't you just love the word bombastic, Britain?
Bombastic.
Bombastic.
I mean, dude, there are some Kingdom Hearts songs that I listen to, and they can only be described as bombastic.
Oh yeah, there's you would be remiss to not listen to it for its like operatic ability.
Ability.
I would say. Well, yes. We're using a lot of gargantuan lexicons on our business
All
episode
right.
on this
Okay.
day.
All right.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry.
Calm down.
My
Okay.
apologies. Flexing the major, folks at home. Apologies.
We got an English major on this show, folks.
Lest you forget.
Any other random game songs or soundtracks just to spotlight, just a little one.
I think to balance business with pleasure, I would say Pokemon.
Ooh.
I think despite the corporate greed that corrupts Nintendo's every waking thought,
They know how to make a score.
they know how to. Those folks at Game Freak, they love to make a score. They love to make a region, a place come to life with the craziest little creatures you ever did see in your house or outside of your house. For those of you on your journeys as the new games come out in a year.
Hopefully a year. We don't know.
Please take your time with this one. If you're gonna, we'll get back to this in a second. But if you're gonna make us pay, however much money for a game, please take the time to complete it to the best of your ability.
Please. And please take your time as we relax it to, hey, look at that, a Kingdom Hearts song.
Hello, everyone. Do I have news for you? Did you know? Because I knew that you didn't know, so I'm telling you. In a recent survey, almost 53% of full-time college students ages 18 to 22 drank alcohol in the past month. That is why Dream City Brewing Company, Wolf Sports Network, and Wolf Radio's Drink Responsibly campaign is here to remind you there is no drinking under the age of 21. Never drink and drive, even if it's one alcoholic drink. And add food and water when you drink so you don't end up texting your ex. Which means, know your limits. That would be a very embarrassing conversation to have the next morning. Drink responsibly. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. So don't text your ex. I wouldn't do that. Don't do that. You're better than that. You're better than that. Listen, we're all better than that here, and so are you.
But back to business.
We're
Back to-
business. We're on. Let's talk business. Right?
Business. This is business.
What business do you have in business?
I don't know.
Business.
Charts and graphs and the like, you know.
Stonks.
Stonks.
How many bells do you have in Animal Crossing?
None.
42 million.
Ding.
I was on that stock market.
The impoverished, the impoverisher.
Oh.
Oh, I've never played.
Yes. Look at you.
Not yet.
We're going to get you on it.
We're good. Listen, biggest goal of Gaming Wolf 2026 Season 5 that we have here is not only to introduce you to the business of gaming, but introduce Britain into any game that we've played that Britain has not played.
True.
You still have to introduce me to Undertale.
It's coming. It's coming. The audience will have their day for you to have your day.
Talking about the Animal Crossing stock market, I don't know why I made this connection. Do y'all know that EA hires economists to run their in-game like stores and such?
No, what?
I would have never.
Could not have
So
guessed.
I know this personally from Madden, where on Madden you can get like like digital trading cards for
Yeah.
players, football players, and you can sell them to other players. And EA has an economist for Madden specifically to ensure that the prices are where they want to have them at and in the game's own economy between players.
Wow. This is just making me not want to get into Madden even more.
Come on, man.
I think I'm sorry, it's just as Ayana has pointed out to me in the past, I am a hoarder when it comes to anything valuable in a game. I treat it like it's real life. Like if my money perishes in the game, it perishes in real life.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't even imagine having such a an actual quantifiable number for something that's so real in my game. Like I can't do that.
It's really strange, Madden, because having the economist is not necessarily a good or bad thing, but when you look at honestly, Madden is where EA is at their greediest.
Bad.
It's awful. You'll pay like $100 to get one good player for your ultimate team, and they'll only be good for like a month.
Wait,
Wow.
100 real dollars?
Real American
Real
dollars.
American dollars.
USD?
USD. They charge so much for fake digital players for you to play with.
That's insane.
Who's paying that?
People who really like Madden.
I have a couple questions
Like
for our
a
friends
lot.
in sports.
Well, they're probably not paying for this. I will say this kind of complete overcharge is limited to the ultimate team mode is what it's called, and that's like their competitive format where you make a roster of players, and that's why you pay so much. It's because you get a good player, blah blah blah. But it's just insane. I'll see people online opening, and sometimes you pay $100 for like a pack to randomly get a player from or multiple players.
I didn't know there was a gotcha system.
There is. It's like real sports cards. It's real sports cards. There is
Oh gosh,
gambling.
gotcha is the worst thing to invest in when it comes to playing. Not like worst, like
So
you'll
terrible.
never see any success, but when it comes to giving corporations money, that is just the bane of our generation's existence.
I will say Madden and Genshin Impact are more similar in terms of monetization than
Who-
you think.
Then you would
You
think.
said the cursed name,
Jump
the
scare.
accursed. Did not think I would like mentally establish a connection between Madden and Hoyo versus own Genshin Impact on this day.
And Madden has a battle pass. Like on top of all of this.
All
they have a
right,
battle
we're just
pass.
coming for everybody's cookies, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Overwatch, Fortnite, get in that line. We're gonna tell you something. Get in the line.
Gosh. Don't get me started on Fortnite charging $20 for
Oh, when let's bring this into the real world, right? Let's do some game theory finance here.
Yeah.
So when Fortnite introduced the K-pop Demon Hunters like little mini music battle pass thing,
Yeah.
I did not expect, because I have personally never paid $20 to $30 for a Fortnite skin in my life, to send my brother approximately $20 to $30 for a Fortnite skin.
Yes.
One count 'em, one Fortnite skin. Uno momento por favor. Sorry, I stole Ayana's thing, which is technically my thing.
It's all
Culture.
like-
Oh,
You corrected me on it. And so I had to change it.
gulped.
and it's all honestly the $20 skins are there to push you to the battle pass
Yeah.
because it makes it look like a good deal. There's 8 skins in the battle pass and it's $10. Dude, I got to do that instead. And yet they still make money off of the battle pass.
Yeah, I think when it comes to battle passes on games like maybe Marvel Rivals, I feel just a little bit less cheated, just a little bit,
Yeah.
because it's like I like all of these characters and they don't like go away. So
That was like the innovative thing with Marvel Rivals was you can continue to do the battle pass after the season.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
That's
It's-
what I really like about it.
Helldivers 2 also like proved that concept to be worthy theoretically, and it's just I wish more games would adopt that system because you pay $10, you should be able to unlock everything in it.
I concur. I love learning about this stuff though.
Oh well, you're gonna love learning about how to get into the business of gaming.
Whoa.
Hey Britton, what do you know about games?
I have a Switch.
Oh.
You're tired of people asking you this question all the time, then you're exactly where you need to be. Because today we're going to learn how to get into...
How do we get into the gaming business? Do we get business degrees?
No, Ayana, how do we get into the business of gaming? Do we get business degrees?
Why? I don't think you need a business degree. It would help a lot, but first off, I feel like you need to understand the fundamentals of gaming, what you're looking for, what people are looking for, what is trending, what's exciting. A lot of times businesses fail by going after money instead of a consumer base, which I feel like has been proven to not work a lot. Overwatch did that where they had a really good gaming system going on with you paid, I think it was $20 when it came out, and then you get loot boxes for virtually doing anything in the game. You get constant skin releases that come in those loot boxes. So if you don't feel like paying for a certain thing, you can always just get a loot box and hope it comes in there. And most of the time, the stuff that was in it was worth it. And then Overwatch 2 happened, and they changed from a loot box system to a free-to-play system where now you have to pay for a battle pass as well as like event skins and stuff like that that don't come in the battle pass. And a lot of people were very put off by this because they're like, I'm used to getting like legendary skins for free through loot boxes, and now you're telling me I have to pay 20 of my hard-earned dollars for one skin in one collaboration. Mind you, the whole like thing would be like $60.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not ridiculous?
It's egregious.
That's like a water bill for somebody, and you want me to pay for 5 skins in a virtual game?
Now, do you want water or do you want one skin with a
Like-
possible cosmetic? Let's talk.
And now that since we were talking about Marvel Rivals, now that they have this new system where you can pay $10 for a battle pass, but if life starts lifing and you get away from the game and you're not able to complete it, as long as you bought the battle pass one time, you can complete it literally whenever you feel like. And that goes for mini passes, that goes for like the overall battle pass, and they circulate their skins pretty well.
Yeah.
And when they have really big events, they give out costume coins that you can get skins that you might have missed out on that way too, without having to pay for them, which I think is a way better system because they recognize nobody wants to pay an egregious amount of money for a skin on a game that they already play for free.
Yeah. And I think something that's really argued when you look at, let's say, since we're talking about them Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, and we're talking about consumer base, a lot of people feel that like Marvel Rivals is, since they're using the Marvel IP in the first place, they already technically have a consumer base.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just getting the consumer base, it's also keeping people in. Like, you're keeping these people attracted to what it is that you're selling because you're giving them multiple options, multiple chances, more time, so they can get themselves together to then get what it is that they want to get from your product.
Exactly. And that's where I think games like Fortnite especially fail, because not only do you have to pay for a battle pass, but they're coming out with collaboration skins like once every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody
it's faster
has
than that.
Exactly. And nobody has that kind of money.
Nope.
And it's mostly kids that are playing this game, and now you're expecting kids to constantly be asking their parents, "Mom, can you give me $20 for V-Bucks so that I can get this new skin in Fortnite?" Maybe I do want Godzilla to have Jordans on, but I don't want to have to pay $30 for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And especially now that they're implementing a lot of AI to create skins, that's turning people off from spending their money even more. You're raising the prices for V-Bucks. You're raising the prices to get a lot of the things that used to not cost that much money, on top of the fact that you're using AI to create skins. And then you lay off 1,000 people who basically created your game and the lore and the popular characters behind it. They don't care about the consumer base. They care about how much money they can make.
So much of those in-store prices are not for the average person.
At all.
Tons of games, really, their stores are for what are called whales in the business, which is just people who have the disposable income to constantly spend $20 on skins over and over and over. And so a lot of games have just chased the whales of the world to dump thousands of dollars into their game. And really the only purchase they expect from like an average consumer, quote unquote, is a battle pass purchase or an occasional skin purchase.
Which is why they get you by saying, "Oh, it's only $10
It's only $10.
And then you realize how much those $10 add up
every
when
time."
they're releasing things that, yes, you find attractive, but your wallet only has so much in it.
Like, girl, what
There's-
if I don't have $10?
We ain't got all that, girl. Like, we're limited here, okay?
But let me tell you, folks, please stick around because we're approaching the end of the show and you don't want to miss our final little segment after this music break. That's right, folks. You are listening to the Gaming Wolf still, but we are winding down, and it's been quite, there's been a lot of feelings this show, a lot of negative feelings, because obviously the business, how they get our money is becoming a lot more evident and blatant. But I thought to end the show, I want to talk about one of the most positive things about modern gaming, and that's the independent market.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Yes.
The independent market, my beloved.
So, for people who don't know, obviously there are big companies that make games, but since the late 2000s, early 2010s, small individuals or just a couple people have been creating more and more games and publishing them themselves on platforms like GOG or itch.io or mainly Steam. But it is one of the best things about gaming today is getting insanely talented people to make games and sell them for $20.
I concur heavily with this. And this is coming from someone who literally, I knew nothing about indie games just as a whole, because I was like very heavily indoctrinated into the big company fighting game aspect of gaming when I started out on this lovely journey of mine. Guys, the games created by maybe like the smallest studio ever, maybe even just one person, they are going to have so much heart, creativity, soul, ability, artistic talent, artistic appreciation, musical appreciation, storyline, just all of the things that you look for in a quality game that seem to be missing from our bigger friends over in companies like Activision or EA.
And for like the best example of an indie game being the place to be is Stardew Valley, because the game is almost, no, it is 10 years old. It turned 10 this year, actually.
It
It's a
turned 10
10-year-old
this
game.
year.
That was the funniest little live stream I ever did see in my life.
It is a 10-year-old game, and one of the coolest things is that there have been 6 major updates with a 7th coming out, all of them providing new content to the game, new things
Yay.
to do, new people to interact with, and all of those updates are completely free. They are included in the base price of the game.
Mhm.
One of those updates was playing with other people. It went from a single player game for up to 4 people
Praise be on high.
in a free update.
Oh, Stardew.
Oh, yes. My beloved.
And that to me is what makes indie developers and indie games such an amazing part of this industry, is that love for the craft, so to say, I guess, where so many indie developers are just excited for people to experience the game.
You know, someone who is an indie developer who has love for the craft. You know him, you love him. Mr. Tobias. Tobias Fox. Let's sorry. Another game that turns 10 years old. Turned 10 years old last year. Holy moly.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're on year 11. Holy moly. Okay. Undertale, folks at home. You love him, you hate him, you love him again. If we're going to talk about a balance of artistic direction, music, and just heart and soul, literally, Undertale, and even more Deltarune, I would say. Because if we're going to talk about things included in base pricing, $24.99 for, 7 chapters?
It's a lot.
4 of which have already released. Chapter 5 on the way. This is a game experience that if you started it when it started, you're almost at year 10 also. And the game's not even over yet. So take a moment to appreciate the smaller things in life. Don't be scared by the size of a gaming studio or developer. Be open to the approachability of something smaller, because business is not all large business.
And also don't be scared about the big companies squeezing dollars out of you. It's annoying, it's infuriating, but it does not mean the industry is terrible now. There are really great things to love, and again, indie games and even some bigger studios have been doing, better in terms of, pricing and stuff like that. So there is hope yet, but just be an informed consumer and try your best.
Yeah, and I mean, we say this every time. There are so many ways to keep yourself updated on this new adventure that hopefully some of you are starting to go on. And I know we talk about content creation every time that we discuss it, but it is really prevalent, especially when talking about business and what to consume when it comes to gaming, because there's so many people out there who have the disposable income who can show you what to do and what not to do. They have the ability to test it out so you can see for yourselves what's going to work for you as a consumer and what isn't.
And with that, folks, it is time for the end of this episode of The Gaming Wolf.
No.
That was a beautiful quote to end it on.
It was very beautiful.
That was profound.
It's
But
what we do here at the Gaming Wolf, guys.
It is what we do. So thank you, everyone, so much for listening. From myself, Riley, from Yade, and Britton. Ayana, thank you for guesting so much.
Thank you for having me. I was so happy to be invited.
Our alumni special guest.
And thanks to all of you out there for listening to this episode. Obviously, we cannot do it without you wonderful listeners. But we'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to save, folks.
Bye.